What's up, everybody? Papa Stanham is here with my beautiful and lovely co-host, Duty Fubar.
I gotta flip you on mine. You're doing it the other way. What's up, guys? It's Dude Fubar here, coming to you guys live with the episode 1 of the Game Rebel podcast. We're gonna be covering a lot of stuff today, Twitch drama, whatever it is we feel like talking today. I might even have a question for you today that you weren't expecting.
Me?
And it's about a topic that I think you'll know very well.
Okay. I'm gonna zoom my camera.
It'll be a super light one. It'll be a little bit later.
There. I want to match your head is way bigger than mine. I can't let you have the bigger head.
Because I've got so much ideas in my brain.
Hey, you know what? A big head. Okay. All right. Well, this is episode 1 of the Game Rebel podcast. It's something that Dude Fubar and myself have been putting together. We've been wanting to do for quite some time now. And here we are. We are popping Dude Fubar's cherry right over here. And
yes.
And it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to that. We have a lot of cool things to talk about. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you, everybody that's here watching right now live, and to the VOD squad, hello. And also,
up, guys?
A big thank you to Dude Fubar as well for jumping in with both feet so we can do this. All right. So,
so
do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I mean, so the first thing that I really kind of wanted to talk about, because it's starting to happen a lot, is the bans going around on Twitch. And I've also I was reading an article today on that very subject. Is Twitch picking sides versus women and guys? Because apparently, so one of the people who got banned, NymN, you heard about that one? TwitchCon, filmed inside of the partners lounge, big no. Apparently there was a female streamer who might have done the same thing, and she got nothing.
Well, do we have evidence that she did it?
No, and it could be that she's smaller.
Yeah, well,
he could be the example.
Yeah, well, I mean, we would need evidence of it, and it would need to, get put in front of the Twitch staff first to know. But I think that, they're probably kind of unfair with some of the bans sometimes. But I also think that there's a lot of circumstances with each case-by-case basis that are lift my chair up. I think that there's a lot of circumstances that we're not expecting, and or that we don't know about, for these case-by-case things. And Twitch is a company, so I mean, I'm not like defending them or anything. I'm just saying that a lot of times with these bans, it probably makes sense. And if you were in their shoes, you would see what they see, a lot of the time. Maybe not all the time, you might not agree, but I bet there, a lot of, and I just, I don't blame them for, just refusing to explain themselves every single ban. So
yeah. Oh man, could you imagine the outpour from their Twitter if they had to explain every single one?
Right.
Oh,
or especially if there's like every controversy, everyone that blows up and it's a controversy. I don't know. So
I would probably follow that Twitter if they were posting the bans just like Twitch bans.
Yeah, I think there's like YouTube channels that do that. We could probably be one of them, huh? We'll talk about all the bans. Speaking of bans,
that's all we're gonna do.
There's a funny ban that happened recently to a major streamer named Knut, because he got
Knut.
Yeah, the big guy. The big guy, right? He got he showed up to a poker game with 2 transgender prostitutes and brought them to milinokis and streamed the whole thing. It was actually really funny to watch. I thought it was really funny, but
he got banned for a gift. That's what I'm hearing.
Maybe. Well, I'm assuming he got banned for that. We actually don't know the exact reason, but I'm assuming that's probably the reason. I don't know. But yeah, the clip of that was so hilarious. I wish we could play it, but I don't think we can.
Yeah, no, I feel like if he got banned for showing that clip, there's a small chance that we might get the ban hammer as well. Also, so when we were both at TwitchCon, there was a bit of a controversy that happened. A major one. It put someone in the hospital.
Oh, right.
Like, it was a big issue that happened. And I don't know if a lot of people heard about it. I mean, I know the tweet went out for it, and she got like 4,000 followers from it, but there was some druggage going on at TwitchCon in people's drinks.
Yeah, I think that's not the first year that's happened either. I think that's happened basically every year. Basically every TwitchCon.
TwitchCon.
Yeah.
So that's a reoccurring thing.
But I think, but I think this is probably one of the biggest ones that blew up on social media. But it was like, I've heard of that happening in previous years too. It just wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yikers. So I got it pulled up here. So she went to the hospital, benzos and alcohol.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't research, but I wanted to look up is I want to know what is that chemical reaction? Is that actually something that's really bad or what? What is that?
So benzos and alcohol, if you mix the two together, it'll actually stop or slow down your respiratory.
Oh shit.
So you'll be hanging out having a drink or two and then all of a sudden can't breathe. Most people, the first thing that happens is they pass out and everyone assumes that it's a drunk pass out. And so they, give him some water, let him lay over here. But luckily for this girl, she was able to get the help.
Right,
and someone got her to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pumped it all out of her.
Yep. Yeah, she had to sit on IVs for quite some time, but I mean, it's a scary thing. And knowing that it happens every year at TwitchCon, like, it's an issue that I think probably should be addressed a little bit more heavily by Twitch versus banning someone for filming the partner lounge.
Well, here's the thing. I have an opinion on that. I think that, I mean, it didn't happen at TwitchCon. It happened at a bar.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, that's true. And then it was blown up out of proportion by the picture of the open drink.
Yeah.
So it started as something small and then turned into, I mean, not small. It's not small. It was bad.
Right.
It wasn't TwitchCon specific.
It wasn't at TwitchCon. It was during, it was after TwitchCon had closed and everyone went to the bars. This woman got drugged.
Yeah.
So I think that putting the blame on Twitch is not fair because they closed. They're over for the day. You can come back the next day. They did a great job with the lines and security and the experience. Everything was great in the convention.
That was amazing.
Now, there is one mess up that happened at the same time as this, and in the partner party, since last year, getting drinks, there was a long ass line and no one could get them. They came up with an idea to try and give everyone their drinks faster, and they just put a bunch of party cups and filled them up with beer on a table, and you just go and grab a beer. Right?
Okay.
And it happened someone took a picture of that, put it on the internet around the same time as the roofie thing, and that's what really kind of fueled the controversy, right? And puts the blame on Twitch. But no one at the TwitchCon party, as far as I'm aware of, got roofied. You know, there's just the risk of it. And this other girl getting roofied at a bar was just made everything so much more dramatic.
The stars lined up for a media issue.
Mm-hmm. Right. So now I do agree that they probably should not be serving open drinks because that's just gross. You know, fuck it, dude. I'm drinking beer. I'm going to go grab one of those and drink it, you know? But I would rather just just put a bunch of cans, you know?
Cans or tabs.
Yeah, just bottles, whatever.
Have a tap there. Here's your cup when you walk into the partner lounge. Like they give you your
There's going to be a line, though. No, there's going to be a big-ass line of people trying to get beer. Just put the beers all on the table.
Maybe the partners need to calm down on the alcohol.
I think that they should drink as much as they want. And if they want to have a party, just put all the beers out there so they can have them, but have them be closed. They had the perfect idea. They just had open cups instead of beers. The idea is great. Just close the beers so people aren't weirded out. Because there's going to be there's going to be a giant partner that takes a picture of it and puts it on social media, and then all of that partner's followers are going to fucking propel that tweet, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about that. You know, they had it perfect, but roofing at any type of big event like that happens. You know, be careful. Now, TwitchCon special, it's a bunch of personalities. And they have all these followers. I don't know how big that person was or whatever, but she's probably a pretty girl, and someone who's, I don't know, it's probably a dude, you know?
Well, and the other thing that I noticed is when we were walking around downtown Twitch, San Diego during TwitchCon, I realized that the people that were there visiting were very different from the locals who happened to emerge during TwitchCon.
Right.
The amount of people hey, you looking for something? Oh no, I'm good, man. And so I think it might not have even been targeted, because most of the time when this happens, it's just multiple drinks. Like they don't pick a target, they just wander around, they see something left unattended.
Yeah, who knows?
It's a numbers game.
Who knows how that happened?
First?
There's no way to know. I don't know. Ninja happened, man, but it's kind of you know,
it happened.
Yeah. I'm fucking, you know, I like your idea that we talked about. We won't reveal it, but I like your idea for next year. Let's move on to another topic. Let's see here. So we have a little bit more Twitch stuff to talk about. One thing is the big China stuff that's happening in Blizzard and all the bans and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I want to know what you think about Blizzard firing the 2 casters that were there and then banning and taking the dude's money that put on the mask.
So when I very first kind of read about this, I thought, I mean, I still think it's kind of messed up.
Let's back up here and explain it. So the story is that during I think it was a Hearthstone competition, there was a Hearthstone pro player that put on a mask and goggles and stuff and said, you know, showed support for the protests in Hong Kong. And everyone knows about the big...
put up a sign.
Yeah, and he held up a sign, yeah. And everyone knows about the controversy between China and Hong Kong right now. I'm sure, and if you don't know about that, you should go check it out. It's kind of crazy, you know. I don't think we've seen anything like that in China.
The fight for democracy.
Ever. Yeah, like China is like democracy is trying to fight for itself there. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So, and China doesn't like that shit.
I didn't think it would happen.
And China has business interests all over the world, especially the United States. They're buying everything. They own part of Blizzard. They own part of, Epic Games, like all these Chinese companies, like Tencent and stuff like that, right? And what they did is they basically, I'm assuming that the government or somebody powerful from China told Blizzard to make an example out of these guys.
Yeah.
And,
I mean that probably was like, it's someone had a hand in the right pocket,
right,
and nudged them in the direction they wanted.
Yeah, so China's like taking their market power and bullying American companies, which is crazy, dude. And you know what I say? Because I'm an American. I say, fuck that, dude. Fuck that.
Exactly.
I say, fuck. Like I don't really like. I was just kind of interested in the protest thing, but now you're taking it to us and you're trying to fuck with us, Americans, dude. Fuck you. That's what I say,
friend.
Yeah, dude. Fuck all your Chinese shit, dude. That's what I say. Like if you want to try and bully our corporations, you're like, dude, this is big ass shit. I don't like it. But anyways, the Blizzard fired the 2 casters that were there and banned this player and took all his money to make an example of him. Yep. And the same thing happened with the NBA. China backed out of the NBA entirely because of the Houston Rockets.
Big change for them.
One of the owners or managers of the Houston Rockets tweeted out support for the Chinese protests, right? Or the Hong Kong protests. And one of their main players is the big, tall Chinese guy, and he's really popular in China. Yeah, the Rockets are huge in China. That's the biggest basketball team because of the Chinese guy that's on it, right?
Yeah.
China just dropped the fuck out of the entire NBA because of one tweet. So they're bullying our markets, dude. And I'm like, you know what? I'm ready for that. I'm like, you know what? Fine, let's go. You guys want to fuck around with Americans? Like we're the ones buying all the shit. You know, if you rally Americans against you, you're so fucked. You know, and this is pissing Americans off
too. We thrive whenever there's shit kind of running at us. Like if we have a big issue coming at us, that's when we usually do well. Like other than that, we're just fat, docile Americans. But the second we're like, oh, there's some shit we got to deal with, everyone hikes up their boots and then we do what we normally do. At least that's what I think is going to happen is we will be bullied. We'll see it probably on the lower economic scale, but anyone upper class and stuff, they won't feel it at all. And then we'll figure it out and move forward. But yeah, I think
I'm interested.
Blizzard's kind of, I think they're really going to screw the pooch because doing this, Americans.
No, the gamers are so pissed at Blizzard right now, dude. They're feeling the heat. I don't know what's going to happen. Like if I had to guess, I would say Blizzard's going to be just fine. Everyone's going to forget about it. All Americans are probably just going to forget about it, and China's going to keep doing their thing. And this is old news next week, dude. Like But one thing is, if it continues to happen, like they fucked with gamers and they fucked with sports people, and that's like a big deal here in America. So I don't know, like, will it just blow over and then China's going to keep doing their thing? I don't know. But I would love to see us as a country say, fuck that, dude. Don't fuck with us.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with our corporations because somebody said something you don't like. This is America, bitch. You want to do business here? You're going to have to deal with it. You want to make money from us? You're going to have to deal with us. It's all part of the American package, bitch.
Yeah.
What I say.
And I mean, and Americans all over the nation share that exact same.
Yeah. Let's rally them up.
Probably worded a little bit like, Jet, I disagree with your current standing, but I like your take on it more. Just not fuck you. Come here, square up.
Well, that's not it. I'm just saying, you want to try and fuck with our money, dude? We'll fuck with your money. We're the ones with the money. Just because you bought a bunch of shit here doesn't mean that we have to buy your shit, So, like, I don't know. I think that we could play hardball too, especially, if the government starts taking notice and getting like, okay, China, what the fuck are you doing with our American businesses? I don't know. We'll see what happens. It kind of pisses me off that China's fucking with us, dude. Leave our companies alone. Yeah. Don't fucking hardball our companies, bitch. That's what I feel. Anyways.
Stannis, he's ready to go to war.
Yeah, dude. Fucking let's go, war. Bitch, dude. I'll take some slaps, So yeah, that's pretty interesting stuff. It's still developing. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen from here.
Yeah, it all depends on if the protest folds or not. Like the French one,
sure.
It folded. Everyone kind of forgot.
They held out for like what, a month or two?
Yep. And then now it's just whatever. They're people who wore vests.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. They didn't really get what they wanted. But on kind of
a positive note, at TwitchCon, me and you were witness to some really cool features coming for OBS.
Yeah.
I don't know if you recall all of them, but the one that I was really excited about was the AI. The AI green screen. For those of us who don't have a cool rolling green screen that can pop up and down, I think it's kind of a cool feature that can. I don't think it's going to take over green screen, but I think it's a cool feature.
I'll turn off my site. Yeah, So at TwitchCon, yeah. Sorry about that.
Your background, it looks really good now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
So let me back up. So before you start saying how cool it is, you have to, just to help help the audience
you
out.
Understand
Hold
the
on a second.
technical side of it.
Hold on a second. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we got to explain to the people watching what it is the hell you're talking about.
Okay.
So at TwitchCon, OBS was there, the major software that streamers use to make this happen. It's what I'm using to stream this right now. That company was there with a booth, and they were partnered with NVIDIA. NVIDIA must have paid for them to come there, and they partnered, and they had a booth. And they were showing off...
They're open source.
They were showing off a new technology that is going to be coming out on OBS soon, but it was like a sneak peek. And it's really fucking dope. It's an artificial intelligence built into OBS that perfectly cuts you out without a green screen. It learns you over time. It measures the distance between your eyes and your shoulders, and it has all kinds of facial recognition tricks and stuff like that to figure out who you are, and it gets better over time. And we tested it out, and it was actually pretty dope.
I remember
Fubar stood in front of it.
Yeah, the only issue I really saw was, and I don't know how they'll overcome it, is anything reflective. It did not remember I borrowed your glasses really quick, ran in there, peeked my head around the corner, and it flared up really bad. And I don't know if it'll learn that or not. But either way, it was a really cool feature, being able to see green screen capabilities for those without a green screen.
Right.
Like, it's not going to overtake green screen. Like, Dr. D is not going to switch tomorrow and be like, oh, OBS AI is way better. Right. He'll keep that green screen rolling. And I don't know, for those of us on the lower end, it's a super nice feature.
Well, I want to test it out. One of the requirements, though, is that you have to have an RTX graphics card. That's the thing. So that's
right.
That's one of my issues with it. Is that it requires
exclusive.
RTX. Yeah. So it's some sort of thing that NVIDIA is doing it's just marketing. They're doing marketing.
You have to buy her new graphics card, or you can't have the new cool toys.
That's right. So I that's one of my issues with it. One of the other issues is I think it kind of plays on reflections. Is that when you shine a light at it, that kind of messes with it.
Yep, I forgot I did that. I took my phone light and stood there and shined it for a second. I was like, I felt like an awesome individual standing there staring into a random camera in a convention. But it answered some questions for us, and it, regardless of that, I still think it's a cool feature. And if that's the baseline for it, that's what I'm excited for. If that's not even the released version, they're like, here's our expo, check it out. And they ran it in real time. That's what I was kind of stoked for, is that it can go up.
Yeah, it's only up from here. Once that releases. Some of the other features they had was the browser docking, or I think that was the only one. And that one's out now. I'm using it right now. I can see my chat right now. I love the browsing docking feature. I wish they would have had that a long time ago. I keep
forgetting to set that up. I still have it set up for my website pulled up. Oh, I was even there and I did not. Moving on. Moving on. Don't want to talk about
the new OBS was there at TwitchCon, and that was something that's really special to me, that like, these new features coming out. There was a couple of game launches that happened at TwitchCon. One of them was called it was outside. Remember that one? The one that was outside across the street by the railroad tracks with a car out front.
Code Vein,
yeah, Code Vein launched.
Bunch of anime people were out there.
Dude, we should have checked that out. We should have got Code Vein like game keys or something. We kind of missed out on that. Yeah, we should have.
I mean, they had a sweet ass car out front, so obviously they had some money to throw.
Yeah. Well, it was either go to that party or go to a different. There was two parties. So it was either go to the Code Vein launch party or go to the bar and get drunk. And I was like, the Code Vein launch party could be really corny. I don't know if I want to take a risk, because then I'll have to walk all the way across town and get to the other party.
You could wind up getting jebaited.
Right. Speaking of getting jebaited at TwitchCon.
Yeah. Speaking of damn jebates, wormhole.
As we walked into the expo for the first time, there was bass playing. It was dark. There was flashing lights. Everyone's hyped up out of their minds. There's people everywhere. Everyone's dressed their best. Everyone's walking around.
I'm getting aggravated hearing the description of this happen. Like, I'm remembering, and I'm so bummed out.
As we
keep going,
as we walk into the TwitchCon Expo, these alien women appear in front of us with the same hair, the same clothes, the same makeup, and the same weird enthusiasm. Hello, come with us, come. And we're like, it's the first thing we see. We're like, okay. And we follow, and then they take us to this giant ring.
The portal.
And they stand and they join hands, both hands, and they make a big, can we do this? I don't know if we could do, your camera's backwards.
Am I this way?
No, the other way.
Or this way?
That way. Yeah, there you go. So they made like a big thing, and they said, jump through. And I'm like, well, do I try and like tumble through, or do I like break through your hands, or what do I do? And they're like, jump through. And I was like, all right. And then I did a triple backflip through that fucking thing, landed on my hands. I remember that.
So he did this cool, extravagant front flip, landed on his hands, front flip back to his feet. And I did the awkward nerd shuffle. You guys all know this one.
Yeah, he did that.
Just walked through. I was so confused why these women wanted my fat self to jump.
And they told us there was a secret prize at the end. They're like, okay, so because that's how they convinced us. So like, if you go through, there's a secret prize. I was like, oh, really? Okay. I want some free shit. I'm ready for some free shit, dude.
Cash in.
I jump through this fucking wormhole. I land on the other side. I'm in a whole nother goddamn universe. And then in front of me is a line to get my free shit. I stand in this line and I get to the very end. And you know what it ended up being? A fucking meet and greet for some streamer. I didn't even know who it was. They jebaited us into a fucking forced meet and greet. And it was the biggest debate of TwitchCon 2019.
And I even tried to, so afterwards, I remember I tried to sign up for it, but I am not allowed to sign up for Wormhole because apparently dude foobar is an expletive word. So I refuse to change my name for that game.
Fuck him.
I don't know what it is. Fuck them. Exactly. You want to come over here and fuck with my economics?
Fuck him.
Fuck them. But yeah, that was just. I was so bummed out when I realized that the dude in the Pokemon hat was the guy that that's what the end goal of this line was. And
we got tricked into standing in some fucking line, dude. We're just so obedient, you know?
Could you imagine how devastated he would have been if we got up there to the front and he's standing there smiling like, oh, fans want to meet me. And I just go, no, and walk away.
I don't know, man.
But luckily we were smart enough to realize that it was a debate from the very get-go. Not the very get-go, but once we were in line and we saw that we started in that line and we were waiting and we started realizing, where does this line lead to?
What is going on? Who the fuck is that guy in the Pokemon hat?
Exactly.
Why are people taking pictures with him? Anyways, moving on. So, at TwitchCon, at TwitchyCon,
yeah,
new Twitch features were announced, which we have, I think, just about all of them.
Yep, they're almost all out. There's a few I was super stoked about, and a few I was mainly one. There was one in particular.
Well, let's talk. Let's explain what they are first, so people know what we're talking about. So the new features that were announced, one is ads for affiliates, which is pretty cool. So that's affiliates can get ads. There's a new dashboard, so you can see more things differently. I tried it out. It's actually less. You see less things with the new dashboard. They have picture by picture ads, so when there's an ad playing you still see the stream, which is dope.
Yep.
New tools for mods. I don't know anything about it because I'm not a mod.
And actually I have a question for that one when you're done.
All right,
kind of going through these,
and then of course there's the new look of Twitch. So starting off with those, let's go ahead and do mod tools. What do you want to talk about with mod tools? What you got, Fubar?
So for mod tools, funny enough, for me, I used to be super stoked about it. I used to be a mod and I really enjoyed it. I was super pumped about it. And I'm still stoked that the mods are getting their recognition. But for me, I'm not sure what the new mod tools really are because I don't mod anymore. Right. I used to be a big chat mod, but now it's hard to mod when I'm doing this. And so I've heard there's a lot more features that help the mods kind of keep record. Is the bigger thing that's happened. They understand more if you make a new mod today and they click on someone's name in chat, you still will get that information. Whereas before you had to kind of dig through a bunch of different little chats. Right. You had to click this, then this, and then this. Oh, he got banned for this. But now it's just a big drop-down menu that pops up for you.
I haven't checked it out yet, but I want my mods to have new tools and stuff so we can, take care of all those douchers.
They are the backbone.
Yeah. And gotta have mods.
It sucks when Miller Lite, they're the ones who paid for it. They paid Twitch and they helped out with getting it done.
With the mod tools?
For mods. Yeah. Cheers to the mod. Yep.
Cheers. Oh, no
Cheers to the mod from Miller Lite.
So they paid Twitch to be able to make that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of a cool feature.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool seeing endorsement deals starting to come in from big companies. Because did you hear about when we tried it with McDonald's? It did not work. I think it was Jacoby. He tried to do an ad deal for McDonald's and he said Whopper 5 times during that stream.
Yeah.
And McDonald's was like, I am not working with you guys. Peace.
Yeah, McDonald's was like, fuck you. You guys are dumb, dude. And Twitch put too much fucking faith into that guy, dude. That, honestly, that is such a dumb mistake, dude. If you're at that level,
Whopper coins.
Yeah, dude. Why are you talking about, dude? You that guy needed to do a little bit more preparation before his stream with such a high level important thing, in my opinion. I feel like we prepared more for this podcast than that guy did with this giant McDonald's deal.
Yeah.
That. Yeah, so I really don't feel bad for the guy. And I've noticed, and I respect him for this, that he's not deflecting or anything. He's taking the blame. He's just saying he fucked up and he's in trouble, and he doesn't get, he doesn't know how much trouble he's in yet.
Yeah,
but yeah. So
back to the topic
to explain what that is about. What happened was because you got to remember we can't assume that everyone watching and listening knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So you have to if you bring up something, you got to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. Okay. So before we move on, I want to explain what happened. Is your screen keeps flashing? Are you like clicking around, or is that on my end? Okay. I don't know. I'll show you in the VOD. It's kind of weird. So there was a big McDonald's deal, and this streamer was talking about was supposed to be like the representative of this that Twitch had picked, and McDonald's put all this money in the Twitch, and this guy kept talking about what's the other burger joint?
Burger King.
Burger King. He kept calling he was holding up McDonald's stuff and then kept calling it Burger King things instead of calling it McDonald's.
Gave him 50 free Big Macs, and he held up the box of the coins and said, "Check out these Whopper coins. It's got a big M, right in the middle of her."
Yeah. So I mean, so that was kind of a dumb mistake. If you're paid to talk about McDonald's, right, and there's this huge promotional thing, isn't it the dumbest mistake in the world to talk about Burger King?
Yeah.
That's so dumb. Like, why did they pick this guy? This guy did not he's not ready for that. He doesn't understand that McDonald's is not spending a ton of money on Twitch for him to talk about Burger King.
Yeah.
So dumb. So that's what, anyways.
That caused McDonald's to pull out completely.
Yeah, McDonald's is done.
Deals with Twitch right now.
Yep. And that dude's in there's a lot of money that is being argued about right now. So that's the big issue. There's money on the line. So let's talk about the new Twitch dashboard a little bit. Have you tried it out?
I went into the dashboard kind of briefly, snooped around. Mostly to me, it just looked like major aesthetic changes and how things are organized.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel new.
It just felt new.
Like a kind of a brush over, simplified. And that's what they need to do. The bright purples and whites was like, holy shit. And now it's just kind of click away, friend. Click away.
I like the old one better because it has more things for you to see. Like the new one doesn't have your stream health.
Yeah, that's kind of
I kind of like being able to look at my stream health and seeing a perfect line, or if there was like a big drop and like, oh fuck, there was a drop back there, and I'll go check my dropped frames. So I hate it when they release a new feature. Logitech does this a lot, like with the camera software I was telling you about, right?
Yeah, Logitech.
They launch a new version of something, but it has less shit. So it's like the old one that doesn't look as good is the better one. Because you can,
and that's why they just need to offer an advanced mode. Like make that one little checkbox you click, and you can see all of the things.
I think that they should have just included all of the things that the current one does, and you could select what you want instead of having some of them just be missing, and then and have more options that you can select. That would be an upgrade. Yeah, so it doesn't feel like an upgrade to me. It does not feel like an upgrade. Yeah, just a fucking reskin. All right.
Yeah, and I mean the overall look at Twitch too. I know me and you talked briefly about it once before. The follower count, it's gone. Like you have to actually go in and click it. And to me, like streamers put a lot of work to make that number what it is.
Yeah, now streamers are just going to focus on the view count.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. Like if I go to your stream and I see, say you're just started up or you're having a slow day, and I see minimal numbers in the chat. Most Twitch people, they want their name to be seen in chat over and over again with a bunch of other people. So they'll just, peace out. They don't see that big number and go, oh shit, in maybe about 30 minutes, he's going to take off. That was like when we were watching last night, another streamer, he started really low and it was like, this is all right. And then he shot right up and it was like, oh, and I even am guilty of this. I started typing in chat. Once I saw that number go up, I was like, hey, what's up, man?
The hype was real, dude. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, so taking the follower account away from stream pages, a lot of that's just so if you go to any Twitch page now, you don't see the follower account unless you go to the followers button. You used to be able to see it right on the page. Now you can't see it anymore, and that fucking sucks. especially
Yes,
for
it does.
people like me. I'm getting close to like 8,000 or something like that, and
yeah,
I worked
and that's
hard
a
for
number
that.
that you want to show.
Yeah, I
When
earned
someone
that shit.
clicks on your page, they see 40 people in chat and that number up there, or 100 people in chat and that number up there.
Right.
It also is started. Like for me personally, I go to a lot of streams now, and I'll see the quality of it, and I instantly go, well, maybe is he lurking? Is he view botting? Is he doing something? Because the stream doesn't look like it's all there. And then I click on that follower number, and I'm like, oh, never mind. But most of the time, I don't click on it. I just assume.
Yeah,
As a viewer, I go, that's kind of weird. Like he's got all these people, and it's really quiet.
I'm surprised.
Chat, and I'm out.
I'm surprised that the follower number being removed isn't controversial. Like nobody's bitching about it, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But I mean,
I think people are bitching about it, but they're the ones that, like you said earlier, all it took was a tweet from one big partner, and every partner, everyone already knows who they are. Like all the big partners.
Yeah, See, no big partner complained about it.
They were like, whatever. You already know I got millions. Boom.
Yeah.
And they moved on with their day. But for people who are working hard to still get there, it's something that I feel like Twitch should maybe make an option that you can toggle on or off. If you come to my page, you can see it.
That's a good idea. I like that. Yeah, it's like, okay, you know what? I don't want people to see my follower number. I'll just disable it. They have to click to go see it, or something. Yeah, giving us the power, I think would be cool, but I don't know.
Well, I was also wondering if they were trying to push up their website traffic.
I don't know if I think it's because people are botting their followers, dude.
Oh.
I think it's because people are botting. Like, there's a lot of follower accounts. Like, I see some streamers, they'll have like almost 100,000 followers, but they're getting like the same viewers as I am.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, that's like the proportions are not this, or something's wrong here,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It kind of sucks. It's not the biggest thing in the world. Like, I haven't even really complained about it, but that much, but I don't like it. I would like my follower number to show people come to my page. That's just the way I feel about it.
Another feature Twitch rolled out is the ad revenue for affiliate. And
oh boy, don't get me started on that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is I actually have not really looked into it. And so I was kind of curious as to like your perspective on it because like, what do you think? Is it something was it worth doing or is it just not worth it?
Here's what I think, dude. I think they did it so everyone can feel like they have something. They want it's just a fan service, right? But they secretly know that no one's going to make any money from that shit. Want to know why?
Yeah.
Because they don't have enough viewers. This is CPM. I've been dealing with websites and YouTube for a long time. I've had the GameRebel.net website for years, and I have several other websites, and a lot of them have Google ads on them. And there's a CPM, right? The CPM for Twitch is actually pretty good, to be honest. It's better than YouTube. If you get like I'm partnered on YouTube, and my CPM on Twitch is way better than YouTube. But I make way more money on YouTube on ads because of volume.
Okay.
I have way more volume on YouTube than I make on Twitch. Twitch is the volume on Twitch is way smaller. So it's the way the CPM works. It's per like think of it like this, like per 1,000 clicks. Okay, so in theory, per 1,000 ad clicks, if you get 1,000 people to click ads, you make about $3.50. Okay, so like there is a friend of mine, and I haven't really had a talk with him. I'd like to explain this to him because he does not understand. He's a streamer.
Oh, is he one of those people posting on Twitter like, I'm going to be making the bankroll now?
Yeah, sort of. No, he didn't really post on Twitter or anything, but what he did do is when he was streaming, he was saying, okay, I'm going to run these ads. I'm trying to make some money, and he ran like a fuck ton of ads one whole stream, and then he got $0 at the end of it. Right? He was thinking that, we get ads now, we can make all this money, right? He was thinking about it all wrong. No, you're not going to see that. It's all just to make everyone feel better, but eventually everyone's going to realize there's no money in ads unless you're huge. You have to be huge. All right. It's $3.50 per 1,000 ad clicks.
And I think a lot of people misread that.
And that's that's a good payout too. That's actually a good ass payout. That's better than YouTube. Right. And it's still not enough money because the volume on Twitch isn't here. So let's say you have a 350 payout per 1,000, right? So let's say you get 1 million views on a video on YouTube, and it's $3.50 per 1,000. That's, what is that? Like $3,500? That's about $3,500 right there. Right? And
that'd be
that's
nice.
so that's $3,500, but you got 1 million clicks or whatever, right? Or views or whatever, however they're doing it. That's fucking huge, right? Like, I have a video
is
on
that
YouTube.
Why on YouTube we're seeing the rise of the multi-channels?
No.
Like, I've been starting to notice that more and more, the like this channel, and then they just write it also this channel.
No.
Okay.
No. That's not.
So what's the purpose for that? After we get done with this, I'll ask that later.
Well, the purpose of people creating multiple channels is specific to each person that does that for whatever their reasons are. It has nothing to do with ads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it might have had to do something with that, because a lot of the second accounts, the content
unique
looks
to
exactly
each person. Each channel has a different answer.
Oh,
whatever
1,000 masters, 1,000 answers.
Exactly. Whatever their reason is, that's why they did it. It's not because of the ads. The ads, having a hard time making money on ads is causing the rise of YouTubers and just content creators in general getting their own sponsorships.
Okay.
Right. So that's the future. So it started off where you made all your money through some website and you just logged in and then you performed and then you did, you made your content. And then if it does well, you get paid. The website just gives you money. That's not the case anymore. Like now, like if you make this content, you also have to have deals lined up and add like sponsorships into your content and stuff. Like the realm is changing, and that's what the ads thing is causing. Is that, and it's good because I have always been an advocate for content creators taking charge of their own destiny and not leaving their, not being
subjugated.
Just trapped by one thing. Like, so at any moment, if your only source of income is from YouTube ads and then your channel gets demonetized, your life is fucked. Just put your whole life in their hands.
Okay.
Right. So now, so let's say your channel gets demonetized. Now you can, if you have deal, like YouTube can't tell someone else to stop giving you money. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah. This was
and they never would.
By,
this is sponsored by or whatever, right? So that's why you see all these ads where the YouTubers and it's starting to spill over to Twitch now, which is why I'm talking about it, because the CPM spilled over to Twitch, and it's a good CPM. But small streamers are not going to make any money from Twitch when it comes to ads. It's not going to happen. It might, if you can really hustle those ads and you're playing them all the time, and you can get like $350 a day. If you can get just one of those CPM payouts per day, just a single one, 1,000 viewers on that, on those ads, right? They don't have ad block and all that stuff. Then
because that's also the kicker is ad block. You don't know how many of those viewers will have that on.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of factors, or they might not just fucking click on it at all. Maybe they don't want to click on your shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's an ad, fucking mentally blocked it out, because that's what we do. We're humans. So the ads, a lot of these people,
you get ad rev for people clicking on the ad.
They have to click the ad. Well, it depends on the ad. Sometimes if they watch the whole ad, if there's like a skip button and then they watch the whole ad without skipping, you get a payout. Or sometimes they'll break it down to like they skipped, but you still get like a penny, Yeah. So even though they skipped it, you still get the penny. If they watch the whole thing, maybe you get 10 cents, or 25 cents. It all, you got to think of it like this. So there's a way to create the ads on Twitch or on YouTube. So you can go to them and you could be the advertiser, and there's rates. And then there might be other advertisers that are competing for those same rates. So the more companies you have trying to advertise the same topic, the more the higher that cost for that ad is for the person buying those ads. Right. So like as an advertiser, I've been on both sides of the fence. So as an advertiser, I prefer not to have as much competition, because then my ads are cheaper and I get more. So like instead of paying
So
someone,
it's like TV ads versus Super Bowl ads.
instead
Like
of
one of them costs a lot more.
So instead of paying 25 cents per ad, I'm paying 10 cents per ad because like per click. Someone like you can make it to where someone clicking on your product ad costs you 25 cents because they clicked it. Right?
Oof.
Yeah. So and it, a lot of times, especially in the world of advertising, it's worth it. You know, like it's expensive, but it's worth it. And it's because it's competitive. It's because someone else is advertising those same terms. But if no one else is advertising them, you can get it for like 10 cents because there's no competition for that advertising term or that space.
Yeah.
Right. If people want that space or they want that term, it's all about competition. Right. And then, so on the other end, as the content creator, us, what we want is we want advertisers fighting over that advertising space because we get more money. Okay, they have to spend more money, but we get more. So it's, you know, they're fighting to spend as little as possible and we want to earn as much as possible. See what I'm saying? That's how it works. And, the only time there's actual money with this is on a mass scale. A lot of small streamers, a lot of affiliates on Twitch don't realize how small they are. Like our operation, our outfit, what we are doing now is so small and insignificant compared to the rest of the internet and what's going on Twitch and shit. We're so small, right? If we were running ads on this podcast, we would make less than $1. It's not worth it. So my opinion on ads is don't even run them. They're not making you any money. Yeah. Don't punish your viewers and make them watch these ads that aren't even benefiting you. They're only benefiting Twitch. Twitch is getting money for that, but you aren't.
The house wins.
Yeah, the house always wins. So I say if you want to run ads and make money from them, be a bigger creator first. Yeah. So like there's the only reason they did it, in my opinion, was to make all the affiliates feel more special.
That pat on the head. Here, look how special you are. Okay.
That's right. So that's my rough. Big long explanation. The ads and it too long didn't read. Ads don't give affiliates any money. Don't even do not punish your audience and put those in front of them and lower do not lower the quality of your show for no money.
Yeah, could you imagine TV networks? They would kill to be able to just run it straight.
Yeah, what if they could
still make that commercial money?
Right. So my friend that was running ads hardcore, dude, like he was just ad. He was just running ads trying to farm the money, and he got $0 from it. Right? Because he didn't have the audience for those ads. He needs to have a real audience. You need to have like several hundred people watching for it to even begin to matter. You know?
Yeah. And yeah, I guess you put it the best right there. Like most affiliates don't realize how small they are.
They don't.
Everyone thinks they're the next Shroud, the next big gigantic name.
We're nobody.
And but they're nobody. Like
just like us.
Yep. It is what it is.
And we are in a certain league. We are in a certain league, and if we understand that and we play in our league, then we could rise up. But if you're in this league and you think you're up here, then you're setting yourself up for failure.
That's why high school kids can't join the NFL. They die. One hit from Palomalu.
Yeah, they're not big. They haven't been alive long enough to build up the muscle mass. Like,
all right. So 1 second, I do have to use the restroom really quick.
Okay,
and then we'll jump right back.
Let's take a quick break. And
we
back indeed. Okay, so little break there. Had to go do foobar. Couldn't hold it.
I had to go wee.
Couldn't hold it any longer.
Couldn't. I had to take a wee. But back to kind of like what we were talking about on all the Twitch stuff getting changed up. I don't know. I think it's for the better to simplify. It's like when Apple versus Android kind of. Before we used to have kind of an Android user interface, and now it's kind of shifting over to the Apple simplistic. Anyone can open it and understand where every single thing is because there's not as much stuff.
So, my dog's tripping out. I don't know, man. Fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. there was another thing you brought up to me that I remember I had to immediately look it up because I was like, there's no way. This is not true. Can't be real.
What?
PlayStation.
Oh, shit. Who heard of the PS5? What's up, dude? My dog's saying.
I did not believe you until the next morning. Like, you told me about it, and I even looked it up. I saw the shit, and I was like, no, not real. It's not real. And then, I mean, it's real. It is a real thing. PlayStation 5 is coming out. I think it's set for 2020.
Next year, 1 year from now. Yes. 1 year.
Yep.
And then, so one thing that's interesting is that in 6 months, my favorite game of all time is coming out, but it's a remake of my favorite game. And
that is, who knows the answer?
Yeah, I don't know. All right, here's the answer. Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out in 6 months on the PS4, and then in a year, the PS5 is coming out. So I think what they're going to do is a lot of games are going to try and launch before the PS5 comes out, and then sell their HD PS5 version. On
and
PS5.
Actually, there was a leak. See if I can find that PS5 leaked image. Oh, that thing. That's kind of a trip to look at that. The cutout, the V right there.
There's a comment in the chat. I haven't been acknowledging the chat very much, but there's a comment from my chat that is relevant to this, and I think we should bring it up. This is really interesting. Okay. I want to see what your thoughts are on this. That means new Xbox.
Oh,
right.
So I don't honestly know if that's a thing anymore. I think a new Xbox is on its way. It's not immediate. It might even be a year later. Because I feel that the market's so divided already that regardless, PlayStation comes out with a new console, all of the Xbox guys, nah, I'm good. All the PlayStation guys, they're super stoked. And every time Xbox has tried to just like flat out compete with PlayStation, they usually mess up. I've noticed PlayStation usually announces first, Xbox comes out, and they do stuff like your camera's going to be on permanently. And then they have to backtrack a little bit and try to fix that issue. And so I don't think it'll be immediate.
Yeah,
I think Xbox might hold back.
You talk to if you talk to Brew United about Xbox, he'll tell you, dude, like he's not a big fan, or not just Xbox, but Microsoft. He says, like, he called it, dude. He said right at the beginning, I was talking to him about the Ninja move to Mixer, right? He called it at the beginning. He's the one who I regurgitate when I say, like, to get Ninja over there, they didn't give him Mixer shares. They gave him Microsoft shares because they're like, we'll give you Microsoft shares. We'll pay you a certain amount, like whatever amount of money you need per month that you're currently getting, so you could be comfortable for the next couple years or whatever. And we'll give you a lump sum up front as well, something like that. There's probably like a combo of those three things, right? He called that, and I believe him on that. He also said, dude, you give Microsoft something cool, they will find a way to fuck it up. They always do. Right? And he said, I don't know. And I feel like that's what they're doing with Mixer. Like, you can't buy a big personality and make the platform be successful. You need like all the personalities. Like, Ninja is nothing by himself.
Yeah.
He needs all those streamers. Like, here's one thing I think a lot of big streamers don't value, and that is all the streamers following them. Trying to emulate them and stuff.
Trying to jump ship.
Well, yeah.
But everyone kind of held on.
Right. Most people just stayed here. Like, I think some people went to Mixer, and then everyone's like, fuck starting over. I
heard a lot of people saying,
over.
I'm thinking about it. And that was kind of the end of it. They were always, I'm thinking about coming out with it.
Justin Fisher TV in my chat is saying that the new Xbox was already announced, and it's going to come out the same year. It was announced before the PS5 announcement.
Oh, shit. Project Scarlet is what it's called.
Yeah, apparently. I like how we could be fact checked by our chat, dude. This is actually kind of cool. We should make that more part of the show in the next episode. Is allowing chat to fact check us. Like, please do fact check us so we can be corrected on shit if we're wrong.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. Oh yeah, because like you said, the new Halo was already announced. Project Scarlet. # Project Scarlet. That's what they're up to right now. Damn. Well, never mind. There I stand, perfectly corrected.
There we go. Well, I'm excited because does that mean that they're already going to come up with something beyond the Switch, or is Nintendo going to be a few years? You know, that's the other one.
I'm not saying anything anymore. Not saying anything anymore. www.google.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna get Google checked, dude, by a bunch of people in chat.
All right.
There is a new Switch that's coming out. It's the Switch Lite, or I think it's already out, right? The Switch Lite, but you can't run it on TV.
Oh,
so
I remember a lot of Switch people were excited about that.
Yeah, because it's cheaper and it's a handheld only, so you just play on the thing, right? But you can't play 1080p on a TV. I think that I would, and the other big one for me, if this wasn't the case, I would probably own one right now. You can't, since it doesn't go to TV, that means there's no port to capture the thing.
Streamability.
So streaming is out. If you want to stream, you got to get the legit, like, actual one. That's the thing. Do an awkward, because I'm not buying one of those and not streaming, dude. I'm gonna stream some fucking Zelda. I want to get one. I'm waiting on Black Friday.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of fell off the Nintendo bandwagon. I think the last Nintendo thing I had was a first generation Wii.
Okay. Dude, the Wii kind of lost me a little bit. I didn't really like Wii. Wii U, I did end up getting one of those very late. I got one very, like, not much time had gone by and then the Switch came out. It was kind of a dumb time to buy, but I bought it because I wanted to play Breath of the Wild, and it was only available on Switch first. And then it came out. Right. Then it came out on the other one. I'm like, well, I already played that game. Fuck it.
Yep.
Plus, you can emulate it. On. Yeah, I can emulate. Well, I love that game. I'll play it over and over, but I don't want to play it on a Switch when I can emulate it on a computer at 2K with crazy mods and shit, because there's this program called CMU that taps directly into Nintendo server. So you download this program, and it's a virtual Wii U on your computer, and you can it downloads the games right from Nintendo to your computer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and all their updates. So if there's an update, you get all the updates. It's all tapped into their shit, right? And I don't know why it still exists. It's existed for years, and you, like, if you buy a 3DS or whatever, you just get all the games. You could go to the store and just free everything. It's fucked up. But I bought the game. I bought a Wii U, so I have no problem emulating that game on a virtual Wii U on my computer.
You own the copy.
I bought that motherfucker and a console. I bought into it. I'm all in, and that game was dope. But it's so much better playing on the computer. Like, I play with a PS4 controller, and I'm using the gyro controls and shit to fucking shoot bows and arrows, and everything is so perfect. And you could run at over 100 frames per second on, you're running at 30 to 45 on a Switch.
Oh,
when you're on TV.
So jumping onto the PC, that's the
PC is just superior in every way. It's like, you can play GameCube games on PC, and the game is unlocked. So they had to make these games to only work through the console. Anyways, fucking Nintendo is the most emulated console out of all of them. It's the easiestly hacked or whatever. And all these guys, they just make all this shit. CMU is fucking dope, dude. You got to check out Breath of the Wild since you fall off Nintendo.
Okay,
I'll set you up with CMU, and you could check this game out. And
we'll give it a try.
Dude, it's fucking insane. This game is mind blowing. It's such a good game.
That was the one thing I did love. I loved all of the Zelda games.
Zelda.
I remember I played the last one that I played start to finish and, like, tried to unlock everything was the Majora's Mask.
That one's dope. I love, that's one of my
The
favorites.
little golden 64 cartridge.
I still have it, dude. It's right over there in my fucking shelf.
I'm super jealous of that.
Yeah, I got it. It's right in that shelf there.
Right there.
Let's see. What else do we have to talk about that we have written down?
One of the big things that we had to talk about happened over in Germany, the shooting that happened live on Twitch.
Yeah, that did happen. That did happen.
That's a pretty touchy subject.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it's targeted at Amazon. Like
let's back up. Let's back up. Let's explain what happened.
So there was a shooting in Germany. I believe a man started at a synagogue, tried to get in, was unsuccessful at getting in, left.
Wait. And he was streaming, and he streamed this.
He was
live.
streaming live on Twitch. Yeah. So he was live on Twitch and committed crimes against humanity.
Basically, yeah. Let's just summarize. A dude in Germany went live on Twitch and did a shooting. And just to summarize. So, and that's what we're
the lines.
Yeah. So that's I just want to explain what it is we're talking about simply. And
yeah.
And that is, I think that means my thoughts on it, without getting into the grisly details and stuff, is that is going to affect our platform.
Yes.
And it's probably not the last time someone's going to try doing that. So, and it could affect being able to go live mobily. If stuff like that continues to happen, that's kind of my thoughts on it.
They might remove that.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I guess, I think right now it's fine, but if it becomes a trend.
It happened on Facebook once, right? Someone did it on Facebook.
Yes.
I think that there's been a lot of crazy crimes committed on Facebook especially, but on all platforms. And as that continues to happen, how are these platforms going to react? What is it, and what does that mean for us as creators?
Yeah.
What does it say about us as a society? I don't know. There's so many ways to think about it.
Yeah. I don't know. The entire thing of it is, it was a bad thing that happened. But one of the fallouts of it is Amazon being targeted. If you you brought that up to me, was if you look at the headlines, and right after you brought it up, I read through headlines, and almost every single one of them, about 2,000 people watched Amazon's Twitch.
Right. Yeah. That's the other part of it.
It never says Twitch as a platform on its own. It's Amazon's Twitch.
That is a very interesting thing. So when it comes to this subject of this shooting that happened on Twitch, all of the articles, all the big name media outlets are making sure that everyone knows that it's Amazon's Twitch. None of us call Twitch Amazon's Twitch, right?
Yeah.
They want everyone that's reading to know that Twitch belongs to Amazon, and this awful thing happened on it.
Yeah.
So there's an interesting dynamic of how the media is trying to spin a narrative a little bit. It appears, they're attacking. Are they attacking Bezos or what's going on here? Because that guy's super rich. Is he being attacked?
Yeah.
By all these, I don't know. It's just so weird. It's weird to see that happen. Are they attacking this dude?
Yeah, because all the other news that I usually read on Twitch, it just says Twitch. On the Twitch platform, this happened.
Yeah.
On the Twitch platform, this happened. But this one recently is
maybe they're using it for clickbait. Twitch. They're just this is Amazon's Twitch. They're trying to put as many big names in there as possible to get as many clicks.
Yeah.
Hashtag. And it just works. Maybe there's that. Maybe it's, because that makes sense from an SEO perspective. If you put both of those names, you've now included, Amazon is a huge searched term. So if
so I guess if you go into Google, you type Amazon.
You're right. So if you type Amazon, and then when you'll see headlines about the company, latest news about that term, right? And then you see Amazon's Twitch fucking, I wonder how the markets were affected. We should have researched that, seeing if there was a drop in the company's value, anything dramatic that it was just well, that's kind of weird that it's at the same time,
little bit of a shares going down.
But that's
more curiously is I wonder if they went down before it happened.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, I do think it's a bit of a dig into Amazon, and I mean, when you put that spin on it, it makes a lot of sense that it would be
that shit's real, dude.
For a clickbait.
The fucking dude, I swear to God. Like at first I was like, dude, he's just like fucking president. I'm talking about for a second. President. The president, he said, fake news, right? He keeps saying that all the time. And it's just like, at first it's kind of funny, but it's like, fuck these, like, God damn it. You know?
He might have a point.
I just, like, I almost don't even want to fucking watch anything anymore or read anything ever. It's like, I just want to be in my own fucking world and live my life. Because like what's real anymore? I have no idea anymore. Like,
yeah, I scroll through news websites and all the time I'm like,
what are they getting?
Can't be real.
Yeah, Amazon's Twitch. Amazon, like what? It's just like
Bezos and Amazon.
I want to see like do you watch Philip DeFranco on YouTube?
No, I do not.
I really like this guy. He's like he, for the most part, he seems to be really like he wants to appeal to both audiences. He's trying to make a show for both sides of the political spectrum, right? So he tries not to alienate one side or the other. And he does a really good job of like just saying, here's the information. And then sometimes he'll throw his opinion on it. Right. And I want to see like more news companies like this YouTube channel. This guy's huge on YouTube. He's one of the old school YouTubers. He's been on since the very beginning, like 10 years. Right. And I want to see like more news stuff pop up, because I want to stop seeing
Philip DeFranco. Yeah. Yes, I've seen him.
Billy D.
Yeah, I just saw the picture of his face and I was like, I know that face.
Yeah, that guy.
I've seen that face many times.
I used to hate his face, dude. Like back in the day when I watched Ray William Johnson =3. I don't know if you remember that shit back in the day. YouTube.
Nope.
And then I would see this guy Philly D popping up and I'm like, fuck that guy, dude. I like Ray William Johnson better. I don't know. I
used to be the same way for PewDiePie. See it and I'm like, be gone from my feed. And then I realized I had an American duty.
Man, Ray William Johnson, those were the days. So, speaking of Mixer, earlier we talked a little bit about it. One thing that has happened, or did we talk about this already?
I don't think we did.
We didn't talk about how Mixer is getting smaller. It's shrinking.
Yeah.
The momentum from Ninja coming over to Mixer has not continued, and in fact, Mixer has started falling backwards, and they're losing people now.
Yeah. Yeah, they blew up for a brief second, and I think
Ninja was not enough.
No. Not enough people. Well, like we said earlier, everyone kind of like sat there and was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll try it.
So going to Mixer is not a good call, honestly. Unless you're I don't know. I mean, it could be. It's whatever you make it to be.
Facebook right now.
Yeah, Facebook. Mixer has fallen below Facebook in terms of popularity. So it goes. The list would be Twitch by a massive. I wonder if I could pull up a link on this. Fuck, we didn't have a. I had a link on this. I had a pie chart. When you look at Twitch's shares, of like the market, right? They're just like they're more than all the other ones combined. Twitch is so huge as a live streaming platform. They're bigger than everyone else combined. Facebook, YouTube, Mixer, all of them. And then, but the second biggest is YouTube. That is the second most popular place to live stream, where they have the most viewers and streamers and stuff. And then it goes Facebook, and then Mixer. So Mixer is fourth place, but Mixer's like a little teeny tiny bit like this. And then there's Facebook that's like a route right there. And then there's fucking YouTube that's like way up here. And then there's Twitch that is like, I don't even have enough screen space to show.
And then there's Twitch. 3/4 of the pie, Twitch.
Yeah, there's just
everyone else
massive.
Over here.
Massive.
Yeah.
So Twitch is the place to stream. Twitch, if you're a streamer that's watching this, I encourage you to really look at the data and think about it. You know, more people are spending money on Twitch than any other live streaming site by far.
Yeah.
All right. This is where the people are at. It's where you can actually make a living doing this. All right. There's a ton of creative people here that, like Fubar, we feed off each other a lot. All right. You know, us being around each other, we're always working with each other. And there's a lot of that. There's so many creative people to meet up with, you know, and it's just, and they're also making the biggest moves. Like another one is football on Thursdays. Tell us about that, Fubar.
Yeah. That blew my mind yesterday.
Tell us about it.
So yesterday, the New England Patriots and the New York Giants game was live streamed on Twitch. And I watched that thing start to finish. And it was probably the most engaged into a football game I've ever been because there was a live chat. So imagine your favorite team scores a touchdown. It doesn't have follower chat on. It doesn't have nothing. So you just start hounding the other team's fans. Like, oh, wish you could have stopped that one. And it made football fun. Like, I stopped watching football. I watch it to check, like, I'll check scores. And that is it. Like, I'll check the scores, be like, oh, cool, they won. Moving on. But now that I can talk smack to people across the world who like that other team, it made it something for me. Like, it was a really, really cool move. They started it last. Oh, I'd never seen it before.
That's big boy moves, though. That's working with like Disney and shit, right? Doesn't Disney basically own the NFL, or just the channels, the major channel? Yeah.
I mean, on the advice of an attorney, I can't really talk about who Disney owns. They're everywhere.
Hey, Fubar,
what's up?
You started doing improv classes.
I did.
I want to talk about that, dude. I think you're naturally good at improv, like what you just did. You're so funny, like on the spot. I'm really glad that because you're already there, and then like going and talking to people that are like kind of like pros at it, that are teaching and shit. I think it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been the first thing I did realize is that so we did a game called Freeze, where basically two people act out a scene. They will stop. If you yell freeze, they stop the scene. And the first thing that I was told by by Chris, the lady who's teaching my class, is she stopped me and she was like, hey, Ken, by the way, it doesn't always have to be violent. And I was like, what? And if you've ever seen The Office, how he always has a gun in his little bits, she's like, it's not always a boxing match, it's not always this. So I had to kind of like step it back and be like, okay, what would be funny other than I'm gonna crush your head like a grape? And so you learn a bit about, like, because it's on the fly, you learn about what your kind of knee-jerk reactions are to a situation. And it's been fun, and I think it's going to help a lot on stuff like this because I get caught off guard by chat a lot. Like, they'll say one thing that happens to be the wrong thing to say to me, and then you know what, bro? It's none of your business. I know what I'm doing. You can just piss off. And I realized that was because I have that kind of aggressive initial tendency. And so that was my mission for the week, is I have to learn how to approach situations in a more laid back manner. So it's been helpful. And it also was a little bit eye-opening.
Dude, that's fucking inspirational as fuck, dude. You have no idea. That is so cool.
But it makes me look forward to the next class. Like, what else is going to happen, and can it help me in being on this platform? Like, I think, like, when the Chicago Bears took ballet, this is Twitch's ballet. Twitch streamers should maybe look into improv classes, or even just a communication class. Like, if you at your community college, there's some kind of communications class, take it. If, like, they're usually offered for free. I mean, you will be working with a lot of people who aren't very good at English, but there's still that chance that you can learn and try to progress how you interact with everyone. Cause that's what this job is I have to interact with people in a way that makes them be like, I'm gonna hang out here versus, all right, calm down, man. I didn't need to know that you were gonna punch someone in the nose. And so that's kind of been my take.
I like that story, dude. Doesn't always have to be violent.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be violent. It doesn't have to be whatever you want it to be.
Dude, that person, I don't know. I don't know if that was just something that came out of him or that person's fucking
shit. Apparently she's been doing this for about 4 years.
Dude, learn as much as you can. She's been in
improv classes. Yeah. So I was super stoked when I got put in her group because I could have been in Kyle's group, and he's been doing improv for about 2 months.
Oh, okay.
And I saw their group. They sat in a circle, crisscross applesauce, and was talking about what improv means to them. Whereas Chris was like, all right, we're going to start a game. And we played a bunch of improv games. And then afterwards, she like handed us a notepad with stuff on it and kind of had side notes. And I went and asked her. And that's when I got pointed out that you're super violent, man. You need to calm the fuck down.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah. And there was something, since you're asking about the improv, there's something that I wanted to ask you about.
What?
And get your spin on. And that's Twitch cracking down on lurker.
Oh.
I know you have an opinion on this one. And I'm interested to hear it just kind of going at, because it's not here in the notes. And I'd like to know what you think.
Well, I was gonna cover this in a video.
Okay.
I was gonna make.
Well, if you want to save it for a video,
no. I'm gonna talk about it now. I'll talk about it now. What I wanted to do. I didn't really have a plan. I just knew that I wanted to do this, and I was gonna do it this weekend. If I was gonna do it,
yeah.
Was write an article and a video about the suspected changes in the system that we're about. And, right, and just kind of put it out there like I did my last one, and then but I still might, but I'll talk about it now. So Twitch apparently has come up with a system that detects inauthentic viewers, and it deflects them in real time.
So okay, so I misunderstood that when I first kind of heard about it. I thought it was they were getting rid of these accounts that were doing the live.
No, they're not getting they're not getting
that view out of your equation.
They're deflecting these live lurker views. Right? So what that means is okay, a lot of streaming on Twitch is very competitive, and everyone is competing for that live view. Everyone wants that live view, because that live view only goes to one stream at a time. On YouTube, it's not so competitive. It's everyone uploads their videos and then everyone watches them whenever they want. On Twitch, you need that view now. So it's so much more competitive here. And one of the ways that and that causes streamers to think and try and get organized and stuff. And one of the things that happened because of this is lurker communities started to form. And that is streamers that band together and they say, I'll watch your stream if you watch mine, but on a massive scale. And then they get even more organized and they start developing technology that assists that, like a bot program that watches the streams for you, even if you're not there. It'll just if everyone's in the group, then the program will watch them for you, and it understands how Twitch works, and it recycles things, cycles them, resets them, and whatever to keep everyone's views up super high.
Yeah.
And these have existed for a few years now. And yesterday, a lot of streamers across the board noticed huge drops in viewerships because a lot of these lurker programs were being blocked by a new system that Twitch has launched.
Okay, so it's blocking lurker programs. So if someone were to type in my chat right now, hey, I'm lurking, I'm not going to be typing in chat, but they still have the audio up and they're watching, it's not going to...
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Okay.
I think that if you have a web page open, let me see. If you have if you have a page open and you're logged into this page, and then it's watching 6 streams at once and it keeps cycling the streams sending your view, because your IP only works for 6 streams unless you use a VPN.
Oh.
So like these communities are getting super organized. They say, hey, you can log in and you could watch 6 streams at once. And then if you want to do more streams, you got to use a VPN on another computer and load it up again. And people are doing this at home. And so people are leaving on their computer when they go to work or they go to sleep and stuff. And the computer's watching streams for them, sending their view out to all those things. When you get several hundred of those people working together, now you have anyone that goes live that's part of that group, they get all the views. You see?
Okay. Yeah.
Twitch figured out how to like block a lot of that. I don't know if they're blocking it completely or what. I do know that the people that make these things are really fucking smart. And if Twitch made a defense, then they're going to try and find a way around it. So I know they're all scrambling to do that. And it's just really funny because I touched on this subject before. I wrote an article. Let's see if I can pull it up here. 1 sec. Here we go. That's Steam. So I wrote an article about.
Oh yeah, that's right.
About this stuff, and I wrote a video, so you can find it on my website at gamerebel.net. Just go into just look for the Be Aware of Lurker community article, and I have a video that I made and a whole article that explains it. Like I have some, for example, here's what it looks like. I blurred a lot of it out, but so this program you load up this page, and then it breaks everyone up into teams of 6. So on this one, there's 3 teams of 6. And the program is automatically watching team 1. It might cycle to team 2 and watch the other team in 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes it cycles, right? And it's watching these. It's loading up the chats and it's watching them. And it's sending traffic and views to these streams. You see?
Yeah. Okay, so it might be that's going to be a big yikers for a lot of streams.
So yesterday, this shit started getting blocked, right?
Oh, so
that's what happened.
They're making the block.
Well,
it's not an announcement. It was we did it.
Yeah, it was suddenly it was a feature that was launched silently. That suddenly all these websites that are organized like this, their views started getting deflected, and so these streamers, when they go live, they're back to their normal like 5 viewers or whatever they're at. Instead of being at like 50 or whatever, because you go to these guys' chats and there's no one there. Like you can look at the viewer list and you see a bunch of them, right? But they're not there. So yesterday this got fucked with. Now I'm sure that these communities are going to figure out a way to get back into business. I'm sure of it. Whoever's determined enough will do it. But I noticed that some of the communities are scrambling, or they're panicking. And
some of them aren't even going live.
A lot of people have not been going live yet. Well, I saw some people go live today, but I don't know. People are trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
So that's
a pretty intense subject too, considering like how many people gave you heat when you kind of first came out with that article.
So
here's
another one. So sites like this where you go to Binks, right, and you give them, I think it's like $10 or $20, and then for like an hour they'll put you on the front page of their site, and then everyone will be in your chat typing in !Binks, trying to get their Binks coins so they can get free games.
Oh.
Right. So sites like this that are dependent on this are fucked, dude. Like they have to figure out how to get past it, because now the incentive is gone. Because Binks, beyond like a lot of these communities, they try and have extra things added to what they're doing with this, but it doesn't matter to anybody. Nobody cares about that. Everyone's there because they want viewers. They're not there because they want to be part of the Binks community and make friends and meet people. They're not there for that.
No,
they're there because they want viewers and they paid for them, right? So sites like Binks and like these lurker communities where like they may be as massive as they are, without their biggest draw, which is if you participate in our community, you get 50 to 100 viewers on your stream every time you go live.
Yeah.
Right? With that gone, these communities have lost their biggest draw. And a lot of people are going to say, well, fuck this place. You know, like they're not going to disappear. These communities are going to be fine. They're going to go. They have to go morph and become normal communities. Now that's
yeah. Now they have to real human bean sprouts.
Yeah. Now they have to go be real life, right? And they will.
Yeah.
They'll transition into that. They'll lose a lot of their people on the way, but they'll still exist and be doing just fine. They just won't be as massive and in control. So that's another thing. A lot of these communities, they control you. They tell you what you can say and what you can't say on your stream.
Yeah.
All right. Like for example, you're not allowed to talk about how the system works that you're using. If you talk about it, you get kicked out. Right. And that's control over your stream. That's control over your business. That's crossing a line. Yes. And with the control and all the streamers that want the viewers, they fall in line. They follow the rules.
And in my opinion,
but without the control, with the control missing, because there is no viewers anymore, so they don't hold any control over these streamers. Now who they were is no longer the same, you know, with any of these communities that have that control and have these rules and they have these requirements of your time. They require you to participate in a certain amount. Now because you did it because you wanted those viewers, but now with the viewers gone, no one's going to care. So they're going to be scrambling to find relevance, and it's kind of funny to see. It's kind of a joke.
So you pointed this out to me, was that Twitch was already aware. They knew who the lurker communities are. They knew, like, these are not authentic views. Like, you apply for partner, we know.
Right.
So but now it's deflected. So it's very obvious, like, these lurker communities offer you nothing. But before, they were basically offering you monopoly money. They were saying, here, take this $100 monopoly money and go try to cash it in at that bank.
But it works. It works, dude. Like
it gets you in?
Well, no. If you're in these lurker communities and you get all those viewers and then you play a certain game, you could be like the top streamer in that game. You could just bully your way in the first place. If you give yourself 50 viewers from a lurker community and then you go into some smaller game where like the biggest streamer has like 10 viewers, bam, you just bullied your way king shit fuck mountain into that. If anyone that's looking through that browse category to find a streamer, you're not going to get that many viewers. You might get, you know, like a handful of them that day or something, but it has its it's
the Google ads. Push yourself to first page, people.
Right. Yeah, it works. It works. And that's why Twitch is trying to shut it down, because they want Twitch, the platform, to be fair as they can get it. And they want real content creators that are good as fuck to rise to the top and not have someone that sucks at streaming put themselves above someone else who's really good at streaming. And I admire that. I think that's good. It's making Twitch true. Things like this there's a lot more work to be done, but Twitch is moving in a direction, I hope, to be a merit-based system. So if you're good as fuck at streaming, you have good ideas, you execute them well, when people are watching you, they feel good. You make everyone feel good and they're having a good time. Right?
Push forward with that.
Right. So the people that are good at it will be rewarded. You know, it makes it fair. It's a merit-based system. And I as someone that was involved in those lurker communities in the past, I would love to see a merit-based system where me and you and everyone else, we're all going up against each other fairly. Who's going to be the best streamer? You know, who's coming up with the cool ideas that blows people's minds and attracts an audience? Who's doing that stuff?
Yeah, because then it remove the pay to play kind of thing.
Right.
Like if you're putting in the work, you're good. But if you go to these websites or these groups, you shouldn't be able to just, like you said, bully your way to the top. Like, I'm going to sit here with my mouth open, play PUBG for 8 hours and not talk to anybody, but I'm at the top of that viewer list.
Right.
And like you said, they're not going to attract viewers to stick around, but to be there, that's a lot of clicks and you might net a few of them.
Yeah, well, even if they're like a little bit interesting and then they do that, it's still bullshit because someone else is like way more interesting and they're trying to be legit.
Oh.
You know, so like even if you're so now imagine combining a lurker with a good streamer.
Yeah.
You see? Now they're dominating.
Oh, yeah.
See, now they're dominating the competition.
So you put in the work like everyone else and you get that extra step. Now it's over. GG.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, combine a lurker with a shitty streamer, then yeah, whatever, you know, they fucking, anyone pop it in there, they're going to be like, yeah, this guy's garbage, and they just leave, right? But if it's a good streamer and he has a community already, maybe he has a little bit of a community, and then he adds a fucking thing on top of it, and now you're way up there. It's a really nice, think about it. That's an awesome competitive edge, especially if you're good at what you do.
Yeah.
Right. But it's unfair to the guy at the bottom that is putting in 100%, and he's like, I'm not going to cheat. You know?
Yeah.
So
steroids in professional sports.
Right.
Our steroids are just viewers.
Steroids. There you go. Steroids. That's what it is. It's steroids for your stream. And and that's tempting because it works.
Yeah, it is very tempting.
Yeah.
There's
be good as fuck at streaming and then you know, use a lurker community to boost you up. And all those viewers are real people. It's really a program that's watching, but they're real accounts that are being used.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that. So yeah, that was it. I'm glad you asked that question because I do have a lot of thoughts on that, and I'd like to make this weekend make at the very least an article about the new updates that are happening as far as like it's a lot of theories right now, but you noticed across the board yesterday, so many people's viewers were so like way low. Like,
and you could tell who the real streamers were.
Yeah, dude. You could see like
some streamers I clicked on and I was like, oh shit.
Like, oh, so-and-so is still at 40,000. And even today, like everyone else is down, but so-and-so is still where he was yesterday. Okay. You know? Yeah, you can see who the real streamers are.
And who knows, maybe that could be Twitch turning a blind eye to certain streamers.
I doubt that. I think that Twitch wants to have their platform be free of inauthentic viewership, and they want to generate as many content creators as possible legitimately, because then that increases the quality. If Twitch has the best streamers, if not only the most, but all the best ones, they win. And you know how you do that? You have to incubate them through your own system. This is Twitch trying to incubate the quality of the platform to be better. Because if everyone's cheating, then the quality goes down.
Yeah,
if everyone's
that's true.
Okay, so like
if you're a hacker, big picture, your aim's not good.
So like turning a blind eye, like nah, I don't like. What does that get Twitch? Nothing.
Well, I was just thinking about on their like super big, like they're golden boys. Like if maybe they do,
but if the viewers are fake, then they're not the golden boys. The person that actually has more viewers is the golden boy. And if Twitch knows, Twitch knows who has the viewers.
I guess
they know who has viewers, so they want to work with the people who have viewers.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. They would push down. They'd bury someone who's.
They want people
to out of this.
Make great ass content on this site. They know the value of the good content. The good content brings the viewers. Fake ass fucking shit doesn't bring viewers. It brings fakeness, and it doesn't make money. Real content is the thing that makes money, and that's what Twitch wants. They want to make money. They want to be self-sufficient and not be depending on Amazon. Amazon's trying to make Twitch be a money-making machine for itself instead of, you know, all this stuff. And that's why they're making all these deals and doing all these things. Like Twitch is trying really hard to make money. And this move that they did, as much as it stings their creators and they don't want to like make their creators feel awkward and be in a position and stuff like that, I think it was a good ass call to site-wide fucking do that, because
shut it all down
and make everyone, and then now you have a real contest. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, and again, it's probably like, there's probably a lot of work to be done. I'm sure they're going to figure out a way around it. Twitch needs to stay on top of it and keep the assault, you know?
Yep. When they find out a way around it, find out a way to
be aggressive with it. Yeah. Keep the assault on, you know, and keep this platform fair for everybody. So people that are actually making good content can help Twitch make money, and they can make money. If they're making money, Twitch is making money. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. Every time we get a sub, we don't keep it all.
Nope.
So they want us to get that. They want people, real people, putting money in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
you're right.
It's business, dude. They want to grow. They're not dumb. You know, they might not. I don't agree with everything they do all the time, but they're not dumb. Which is they got smart people running this thing, dude. What I think. That's how they got this far. Like, if they were dumb, this thing would have crashed and burned already, and it hasn't. It's only getting bigger.
Yeah,
it's just growing. It's nonstop growth. We have over 4 million streamers going live every month. That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot, and that means
Yeah.
everyone there is fighting for something. I mean, well, not everyone. There's some people just turning it on.
So doesn't that make it feel like, I'm sure everyone heard about the Blink 182 fuck Mixer announcement, right?
Yes.
Doesn't that make it seem so small and insignificant? Because fuck Mixer, fuck Mixer. Who are they anyways? They're nobody. Mixer's nobody.
Yeah,
like what? So we could say fuck Mixer all we want because they're nobody. Like who?
Fuck Mixer.
Who the fuck's over there? Yeah. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Well, I thought it was funny too. People taking it personal.
Yeah.
Like people thinking that Blink 182 did that at them.
Like
why else
the Ninja
would they
video?
do that?
Ninja,
Ninja came out
thinking that.
Why would they ever say that? Like they must be talking about me. I'm Mixer. It's like Blink 182 doesn't give a shit about Mixer or Twitch. They care about that check they got, and they were playing in front of crowd A. So they're going to talk a shit about crowd B. If they were playing in front of crowd B, they talk shit about crowd A.
That's right. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Blink 182 doesn't give a fuck. They play to a crowd, you know. So
yeah.
But here's the joke: there is no Mixer crowd for them to go and play in front of.
Yep.
There's the punchline right there. So
can you imagine that show for Mixer? Like if you just taken Twitch out and plugged Mixer right in, can you imagine standing there next to your 12 friends being like, wow,
yeah,
good show, man.
Yeah, Mixer is really small, and it's a bunch of people patting themselves on the back. Mixer is a dope ass website. If they were first before Justin TV, dude, then we would be on Mixer right now.
But we're not.
Maybe on Twitch. I don't know. There's what Brew United says about fucking Microsoft always fucking something up. So
what?
That's what he says.
No.
He says they always find a way to fuck it up.
Don't say that too loud. My Windows 10's gonna uninstall.
Dude, does Tencent own Microsoft too? Like
Windows?
But I'm just like, do you know how much of Microsoft is owned by China, dude? Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. So I'm saying.
I wonder if the protests are gonna shut our Microsoft off. They'll try to bully our economics again. We don't need to get you started on that. You'll give us the business on that subject.
Well, my friend, we have covered all of our subjects. I think we did a really good job. We popped Dude Fubar's podcast here. This is his first podcast.
Yep. Yes, sir. Very first time doing it.
Yep.
And I had a blast.
I'm glad you did. It's fun, right? Doing a podcast, talking about shit. It's cool.
Yeah, it was nice to just kind of lean back in the chair a little bit. Just talk about things that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
We have reached the plug section. I'm going to do my plug very briefly. I'm Papastanimous on both Twitch and YouTube. That's where you can find me. I stream Monday through Friday, and I try and upload videos at least once a month. Sometimes I do more on YouTube. And also my social media is all Papastanimous. And with that, I leave the rest of that to Dude Fubar.
So for my personal plug, guys, you can also find me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, using the handle Dude Fubar. Don't have a YouTube channel up and running just yet, but that is on its way. Other than that, though, I want to talk to you guys about Game Rebel. You guys, we are doing some amazing stuff here. We've got our stream team started. We talked about that lurker community. We are nothing like that. We're about people helping each other grow. And if you want to be that guy who makes that next step, tries to move your channel forward, come talk to us. We will give you the tools to do that.
We're about making content like this, like what we're doing right now. This is what the stream team is about right here. We come up with ideas.
4 months ago, before I got here, I'd be still sitting here playing PUBG, staring at a screen with my mouth open. We also have a whole bunch of other stuff going on, guys. So esports, we're trying to reach into all platforms. We had PUBG going, CSGO, Overwatch. We're trying to get our foot in the door on Rocket League. And if any of you are interested in that, papasdiscord.com will bring you to the Game Rebel Discord. And there you can sign up for tryouts. You can talk to the other guys already involved in the Game Rebel esports, get their opinions on it, see if maybe you'd be a good fit. We would love to have you here. And even if you're not here for esports, you just want to play with the guys, we also offer scrims. We do scrims in all of those games. And if you want to try to test yourself against maybe some of the Game Rebel guys or other people that we pull in, feel free to join those. You can catch those live on Papa Stanmus's stream. I'm also going to be starting to do some scrims myself in a few games. And you guys, one last thing, server. We have a Minecraft server going right now, and we used to have a CSGO, but that one's gone. And I think our big
we have it
one
saved.
Right now
we have
Minecraft.
it saved. We could launch it at any time. We just took it down
so
to
it
make
could come
room.
back at any moment.
Yeah, we just wanted resources for the Minecraft server, but we can put it back up whenever. Any server we want.
And guys, if you're ever wanting to get involved in that Minecraft server, just absolutely feel free. Shoot a message in Discord. We have it all set up for you. It'll walk you right through how to get in there. Reach out to one of our mods, admins, myself, Stanimus. If he's not streaming and I'm not streaming, we'll always help you. We're here to help Game Rebel after the stream is done.
We still have the 5M server.
We're promoting. Well. Oh, we still have 5M. Okay,
for now, we still have it for now. I just haven't been playing on it.
Yeah. So. And if you guys want to get involved in any of those servers, remember, Game Rebel, you can make it your own. If you're going to put our server in front of an audience, have fun with it. Make it your server. Meet people, bring people. Right. Do what you got to do, because that's what we're about here. Never eating alone and meeting people.
That's right.
And we stand by that. So you guys, that's all I got for the plugs. Thank you so much for tuning in and stopping by. I am Dude Fubar.
And I'm Papa Stanimus. That was brilliant, Fubar. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Bye.